What's going on, YouTube? Turner here, Rapid getting with a new video. The Royal Rumble literally just got done, and just wanted to go over the results real quick. Hold on, my phone is locked. All right, here we go. Okay. Um, First of all, I love the Royal Rumble. It's literally my favorite pay-per-view of the year, besides Mania, of course. And the match itself is one of my favorites because I love the surprise. I love counting down, and I'm clapping and cheering for who might come out. And there was a couple surprises, not a lot as normal, but the ones that happened were amazing. So we're gonna get right into it. The first match of the night, they start off with the last man standing match for the Intercontinental title, Dean Ambrose versus Kevin Owens. Great match, great way to start the show. Get the crowd into it, get the crowd awake already because sorry, they want to get them involved. They want to get them you know awake and stuff because like I said, the first match of the night. It was a great match though, very very entertaining, very hardcore. We saw chairs, tables, kendo sticks, stairs, all that good stuff. Um, the finish was Kevin Owens. First of all, Kevin Owens and Dean Ambrose have great chemistry together. And they were talking to each other in the match. Like he was like, Kevin Owens is in the corner. He's like, "I hate you. Just stay down." He's like, and Dean Ambrose turns like, "I hate you too." It was funny. It was entertaining. I do enjoy it. I do enjoy both of them. They're great indie darling stars, and them working together just excellent chemistry from their past before, whenever they worked together before, probably. Um, but Ambrose did retain. Um, Kevin Owens fell through two tables. They had him stacked up outside. He was going to put him through both of them, but then it didn't happen. But then they continued with the match later on, and the finish was Kevin Owens had five chairs actually. It was two stacked on each side, and then one on top, and then he put Ambrose on top, and he was in a moonsault through all the chairs, and just that'd be it. But Ambrose quickly got up and pushed him over, fell through two tables. That was the finish. So Ambrose did retain the IC title. Next up with the New Day versus the Usos in a tag team match. Um, First off, New Day is I still think, the most entertaining group in the roster. They came out. Xavier didn't come out at first. They were talking about we need to bow our horns and pray for Francesca, the trombone. And then all you hear is a trombone playing. Then he came out with Francesca too, and he was like, it was great. It was just great. So they came out, and it was all around a good match. New Day did retain the titles by a great. It was a good finish. Unpredictable tag. Well, the Uso did see he was going to go up in the sky, do his splash. Kofi was on the ground. He was going to splash on him to win. Big E tagged in without him noticing. He grabbed him midair and did the big ending, and then that's how they retained. So it was again another solid match. Next up was Kalisto versus Del Rio for the U.S. title. This is obviously like the rubber match, I guess, because Kalisto beat him, and then SmackDown, like literally Kalisto had the belt for a week, which I thought was stupid to let him lose it that quickly. So they fought again for the rubber match of the Royal Rumble. There was a couple botches here and there. It happens with lucha style because they're so quick, and if you don't time it right, it's gonna mess up. I know we, as the pro wrestling, the IWC community, give shit to like Sin Cara, the Botchkara, Botchamania, all that crap. We give them a lot of crap, but we have to, I'm more of understanding. I mean, it is a fuck up, and they need to be more careful. But with the style that they have, being quick and whatnot, it's going to happen in more times than it's just a regular style match. No one's perfect. There was a couple botches, like I said. All in all, it was decent for what it was worth. Kalisto did get the belt back, so now Kalisto is a two-time United States champion, all within a couple weeks. So that's pretty cool. I hope they actually have him have a solid run now, because I feel like him losing was stupid in the first place. I think they should have just kept it going. Next up was Charlotte versus Becky Lynch for the Divas title. Um, it was a good match. It was a great match, actually. Ric Flair got involved, of course. Charlotte's taking on the Flair name more and more with each and every week, cheating to win. She did cheat. She did retain, and she did win. It was a great match. The crowd was roaring for Becky Lynch. They were really behind her. So I feel like it's going to progress her a little bit more, because Vince, obviously, and the creators are going to realize, man, they really are behind her. They have to give her like another push. But that push is going to have to wait for a second, because after the match, after Charlotte retained, Charlotte was beating up on Becky Lynch, and then she threw her out the ring, or to the side of the ring, and then Sasha Banks came out. Crowd roared like 55 million times more for Sasha Banks coming out than for Becky Lynch throughout that whole night during the match. Everyone loves Sasha. I love Sasha. She's amazing. But she came out being kind of a heelish. She kicked Becky Lynch out of the ring, saying it's you took my time. This is my time now because she was injured. She had to like leave for a couple. She hasn't been on TV for a couple of weeks, almost a month, more than a month probably. I don't remember the exact time frame, but she was like injured. I guess she was like healing some bruises. I guess. So she came back, came out, kicked her, and then she turned around and she like high five Charlotte for a second. Then Charlotte opened the ropes for Flair to get out the ring. And right when she did that, she did the backstabber into the bank statement, made her tap, grabbed the title, and just like saying this is my title. So I'm assuming what's going to happen is Sasha Banks versus Charlotte at Fastlane, and then Charlotte's going to retain somehow because maybe Becky Lynch's going to be involved. And then at WrestleMania, you're hearing it here first. WrestleMania, it's going to be Sasha Banks, Charlotte, and Becky Lynch in a triple threat match. I'm calling it right now. Last but not least is the Royal Rumble. I'm not going to get into the number order. I'm not going to get into the details because we don't really care about all 30 people. I'm just getting into the important ones. Okay, obviously Roman Reigns came out one. Then number 3 was the importance. Number 3 was AJ Styles. And I think we all knew it was going to happen. I feel like maybe number 3 was too early, but it was still amazing. The crowd, from when he came in to when he got eliminated, because obviously, AJ Styles, spoiler, he didn't win the Royal Rumble. From when he came in to when he got eliminated, because he stayed for quite a while. I don't know what number he got eliminated around. It was about 20-ish, 15, 20-ish, like somewhere between that. It wasn't 20, but it wasn't 15. It was like maybe he got eliminated around like the 16, 17 mark, we'll say. But from when he came in to when he got eliminated, the crowd was literally chanting AJ Styles the entire time. Like, they calmed down a little bit for like a minute, and then they went right back into AJ Styles, like, the whole time. It was amazing. I stood up and clapped, sitting in this chair, just stood like watching on this monitor. I was like, yeah! Like, we all knew it was kind of happening, but it still was awesome for it to happen. He didn't do the Styles Clash on anyone. He tried to like 50 times. It wasn't like 50, but you know what I'm saying. But he performed well. He did a lot of cool stuff, obviously, showing the audience who don't know who he is what he can do. But people who know him for watching like TNA and Ring of Honor and New Japan Pro Wrestling, he's been everywhere pretty much except for WWE. And for people who don't know him, or people who do know him, like, we already know, but people who don't know him, you guys are in for a treat. And hopefully this is a main roster thing. Like, he doesn't. I don't feel like he should be at NXT. I feel like he should just be the main roster because he deserves to be there. He deserves to be like up in the upper cards. Important things. Kevin Owens came out 18. Dean Ambrose came out 19, which is kind of cool because Kevin Owens came out kind of injured and they're fighting each other. Kevin Owens eliminated AJ Styles, and I was like, "You son of a bitch!" I was like, "I love you, Kevin Owens, but you are a son of a bitch." 20, Sami Zayn came out, and that was like awesome. Like, the crowd roared for that. Of course, Olay chants were going off. Sami Zayn eliminated Kevin Owens. Hopefully, Sami Zayn's now on the main roster. I hope he doesn't go back down to NXT. I hope this is a permanent thing. Because I feel like Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn at WrestleMania would be freaking awesome. I said that last year, but it obviously didn't happen. Trying to think if there was any Wyatt family. Oh, Brock Lesnar came out, obviously. Wyatt family. Brock Lesnar did eliminate all the Wyatt members, but then when Bray Wyatt came out later, they all came back in, like they all crawled from under the ring, and they all fought Lesnar, and eventually they all eliminated Lesnar together. So Lesnar got eliminated kind of early, even though he eliminated all of the Wyatt family except for Bray. Bray stayed till later on. Roman Reigns, I forgot to talk about this. I'm sorry. Roman Reigns, halfway through the Rumble, got jumped by League of Nations. They all came up from like behind the announce table, that crowd area, beat up Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns was, like I said, he was number one. He stayed till the end. But for most of the match, he wasn't there. He got beat up, and then they dragged him out in the back, and he was just gone for a while. When Sheamus came out at 29, Roman Reigns came out with him, and Superman punched him. He came back in the ring. They started fighting. He started eliminating people like Miz and randoms who no one cares about. And so Reigns was there. Number 30, Triple H. Big shocker there. Not really, but for most people it was. I thought it was pretty cool. Just to hear like time to play the game and the crowd just freaking like lost their marbles. I know I can't believe I said marbles just now, but whatever, fuck off. But Triple H came out. So they Triple H and Bray Wyatt got into it. That was pretty cool to see like them face to face for a second. Like the crowd's like, oh shit. Maybe they're just planting seeds for later on. That's my assumption. My assumption, real quick, by the way, for WrestleMania is gonna be Lesnar and Wyatt, just because of that whole thing. But those are planting seeds for later on, with Triple H and Wyatt. So the final four we'll just get into: Triple H, um, Sheamus, Dean Ambrose, and Roman Reigns. Dean Ambrose. Oh, Roman Reigns eliminated Sheamus, and then immediately after, Triple H threw out Roman Reigns. So we're guaranteed a new champion. And he would do like the suck it, they like suck it, and the crowd just cheered because they just obviously they wanted a new champion. So we're down to Ambrose and Triple H. The crowd went nuts for that, and they were cheering for Ambrose. And I feel like this should be Ambrose's time. I mean, they keep dropping the ball with him. Like he's white hot. The crowd loves Ambrose. Everyone loves Ambrose. He's like, except for my friend James. He's like the only person I know who hates him. So I hope James watches this. Fuck you. I love you, but fuck you. Everyone loves Ambrose. He's like I say, he's white hot, very popular, very over with the crowd. He's the Intercontinental champion, and he's well deserved champion. But I feel like he should be the next World Heavyweight Champion. I feel like he should be the main event picture constantly because that's where he should be because that's the crowd loves him that much. He should be in main event picture. He deserves to be there. I feel like after all the crap that they put him through the last couple of years, where he was putting everyone else over, like give him the chance. Like even after all that time of him putting everyone over, the crowd was still cheering for him just as loud, if not louder, every single time. So come on, man, come on, creative, use your brains here. Triple H did win, so Triple H is the World Heavyweight Champion, and the Authority always wins. So we're obviously going to see Triple H and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. That's a given, unless they do something crazy in between. I mean, Fastlane's coming up. Fastlane is in Cleveland. I might go to that if my tax stuff goes through. I have to get that done this week. But that's pretty much it. Read this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. So again, Triple H is the World Heavyweight Champion right now. We'll see what happens tomorrow. And hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And as always, if there's ever a promo way, just hashtag raise peace.